Hey, good morning, Mustafa. Tom here. I just wanted to make a quick video for you. Give me, obviously, any questions that you have with it, and we can always follow up with another video call or phone call later. So, got the bike hanging on a rack. Just wanted to kind of give you an idea on the frame. Your stress points would obviously be in here. If you had any issues with cracking, you'd probably find them in this area. And everything checks out perfectly. There's no paint issues, no cracking or anything of that sort. Your second major stress area would be down here by the bottom bracket. These PX beam type bikes, there's a little dirt here, I'll clean that up for you, are really overbuilt on the bottom bracket side. They have to because they don't have your traditional down tube connecting. I've never heard of one breaking down here, and certainly this one doesn't have any issues as well. You'd probably see something in and around the exact bottom bracket, which you really don't on this bike. The other area would be here, but again, these are so overbuilt, there just isn't any issues. This bike's never been laid down or crashed. It's never been really tipped over. So in that regards, it's pretty flawless, especially on the frame side of things. The biggest thing I really wanted to show you here was kind of how this cockpit is set up. So I'm going to show you the underside of it. I'll do another video here in a second to give you some more info. But I really customized all of the build layout. This is your monopost right here. It's adjustable with a stopper on this side. Just takes a 5mm hex. You got to tighten that up pretty good to get this thing to stay into place. If you don't do it to spec, which is I believe 8 to 10 Newton meters, it will kind of want to drift down on you a little bit. So I always tell you, people who have these frames, tighten that thing to spec and also jiggle it a little bit after you get it to your set height and recheck the tightening. I'd also maybe just do that after any big event just to make sure you're not going to have any adjustments while you're riding. This plate, right, that you see right here, this is actually an aftermarket Fast TT plate. It just allowed more flexibility than the traditional plate. It was also a lighter, more rigid build, so I put that on. I'm gonna include the original plate too in case you ever wanna go back to just stock bars. I don't see why you would, as I find these one-piece designs to be much more comfortable and also more aerodynamic. If you look at the side here, this is the plate. I put on a 15-degree essentially riser adapter, which gets you more upright into a mantis type position while you're riding. This to me was needed because these bars, for whatever reason, feel like you're a little more hunched forward. I tried them flat and I almost felt like they were in a negative angle. So I put this on, and that then gave me the more traditional adjustments that you can do for the angle here. So you basically, there's two bolts here that you can loosen up. They're on the top side. That allows you to tilt this plate in this direction to, get that tweak to where you want it. But I really liked having these adapters in. I'm gonna send this you kind of as is. I'm gonna try to just pull this out and send most of this cockpit. I'll take this off. It's just attached by two bolts right here, two screws, just to kind of make that a little easier to pack. But otherwise, I just wanted to point that out so that you knew it. Also, the bolts to attach these are from the forearm side down. I actually put 3 in to attach it just for the added rigidity. So there's one here, and one here. And this one's just attached with a bolt because for the width that I wanted, I couldn't quite fit it on the spacing, but I just wanted to add that third bolt right there. So again, I'll kind of put all that together as much as I can for you. I'm going to leave this monopost riser and this whole setup in place so that you can just basically bolt it on with the two screws. This extension I put on and just screwed to the BTA extension from Tri-Rig because it allows you to put your Garmin in directly from the top and lock it in place with the lever. It doesn't have enough room in here to put a traditional quarter turn twist in. It wants to hit these. So I rigged this up by modifying the Garmin attachment for TT bikes to work a little bit better. So just give you a heads up, and that's how you put your Garmin in if you want. This is a great water bottle. X-Lab Torpedo, if you need a new hose or anything like that, you can get them off their websites. You can see the covers and everything's there. This isn't needed. You don't want to use this. It's allow you to take the hose and fold it over this way. But when you're on this bike, how I have it set up, basically your mouth will be right here. So I just tip my head down, take a sip, and come back up rather than having to reach up, flip the hose off, drink out of, reattach it. The seat post here, so I'm a little over 6 foot, so I think we're going to be pretty close on this. If you need to, you've got a little extra room to work. You can probably bring this seat post up to here, which should be more than enough for you. I'll send you a link to another seat post that fits this. It's the exact one I have on here, just in case you don't have enough room. They're not terribly high priced, but at least you'd have that option if you need it. Not sure if you're using SRAM Access or not, but red rear derailleur on this. I'm gonna actually put the battery right here for you. So when you get it, the battery will be in this little container. This is just a spare battery holder. I would encourage you to get another battery. I'll include a charger too. You can get them off of Amazon. You can get like a 2-pack of generic SRAM Access batteries for I think $50. They come with a charger. I find those to be just as good as the originals. They maybe don't last quite as long in terms of the charge length, but you know, if you charge them up beforehand, it's not a big deal. Here's your crank. It is a 52 tooth oval chainring, single up front. Gives you plenty of range. I did half Ironman Hawaii on this. I didn't have any problem with gearing. Cassette on the back here does have a bigger, I believe this is a 32 tooth top chainring. This is a Shimano cassette on a Shimano free hub body with a SRAM rear derailleur and a KMC chain. This works flawlessly. This is actually, I think, the best setup. It's the smoothest shifting. These cassettes are more reasonably priced than the SRAM ones, the Shimano ones. So I just encourage most people, if you have traditional access shifting, to consider or not go through the whole process of swapping out all of the Shimano stuff you might have to go to SRAM. I don't think it's worth it. And I actually think this works a little bit better. So that's the bulk of it. Give me a call if you have any questions on that. And then here are the wheels that I'll also be sending with it in addition to the ones that are on there. As I kind of mentioned on the phone, I had these built custom, beautiful finish on them. The disc itself is really well built. Not sure if you can see, but it has a slight concave here to make sure you get enough clearance for a rear derailleur. And then more of a outward bow on the non-drive side, which is very similar to some of the other optimal designs out there. I have some stickers I'll include to cover this hole. Honestly, it's pointless. Saves you 0.5 watts, and it's just a pain to take them off and put them back on when you want to fill air. So I didn't really ever use them, but I'll send them along. Quick update: if you've never had a DT Swiss based hub, what you need to know is that this will just slide straight up. You can just pull that whole cassette free hub off, and then underneath is a star ratchet. I love this design. It's been around for decades and it works beautifully. There's essentially a spring, 2 rings. So here's your spring, 2 rings, and then another spring. And it basically just is a bomb-proof design that really never has an issue. So if you get this and this isn't sitting on there correct, just be aware that is how the DT Swiss design free hubs have always been, and probably one of the best regarded out there. Otherwise, this front wheel, it's never been run. I've never had it on the bike other than to make sure it had proper clearance, and also a beautiful design. It's a 23 millimeter internal width, which pairs up really well with a 28 millimeter tire. Gives you a little bit more compliance and optimizes aerodynamics. What I mean by that is you can see the tire lines up almost perfectly well with the outer edge of the rim. That's been shown to be the most aerodynamic profile. Most wheels are not 23 millimeter internal width, they're 21. And so when you put a 28 on there, you don't get as much of an optimized aero effect. And I just find this works a lot better. I think that's it. Give me a call again if you have any questions. I'm happy to box this up and send it. I'll probably break it up into 2 or maybe even 3 boxes just to make sure we got proper packing for everything. I'm more than willing to take it to the shop too. I have no problem with that. Just let me know if you do want to go the shop route and have them do it. I would say just do $6,000 even to me, and then pay them separately for the shipping. They'll probably want to do it that way. They'll just do it all in one charge. I think that'll be easier than me trying to figure out how to get them a label and everything else. They can just kind of take care of all of it in one swoop. I think that's it. Give me a call if you have any questions. This is Tom. Hope you have a good day, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.